restart the whole day. Gotta go back to bed after one like that. Patch notes 9.8. How do you do, fellow kids? Classic line. You can always count on Hannah and Paul to give you a nice little intro like that. Champions we've been seeing a lot like Gnar, Kale, Nautilus, and Trundle are getting more adjustments. But some not too commonly seen champs like a Mumu and Renekton have joined them. On the item front, we're making Grievous Wounds more consistent across items that have it and adjusting the cost of some marksman items in light of similar reductions to other items in the category over the past couple patches. To all you Gangplank and Misfortune cosplayers, say goodbye to Butcher's Bridge as it sets sail until next time in ARAM. But to all your Braum and Ash fangirls and boys, let's welcome back the Howling Abyss. The team have assessed the feedback and data from 9.7 ARAM mini event and have made some decisions to changes that will be applied permanently or not starting 9.8. Permanently in League of Legends, imagine. Permanent changes. Alright, Amumu. Passive damage increase, Q cooldown decrease. Amumu now follows enemies hit by Q if they move while he's mid-flight. I read this earlier, but I didn't really understand how they're going to be moving mid-flight, because it stuns on contact, right? I don't know how exactly it works. Is the stun just, the stun duration just counts when it hits. So is the stun over by the time that he, like, shows up? Cleanse, tenacity, etc. Whee! Okay. We get it now. Bandage Toss cooldown down at early ranks, but not by a ton. Maybe it'll do something. People that play Amumu, I think that he's still just like a skill floor guy where you pick him, you get autofill jungle, you're like, well, gotta play something. He's got pretty good clear. You can build him AP if you really want. I think that Amumu usually sits around like 48% win rate. He's not incredible, especially with the other junglers in the rotation right now. Like, all these guys just kind of shit on him. Rek'Sai shits on him. J4 destroys. Lee shits on. Hecarim destroys. Like, all these people are just invade meisters that are gonna jump in and give him a whack. Karthus jungle's still sitting at 52, looking good. Where's Amumu at down here? Oh, poor boy. He did need some love, though. Surprised that Wukong's all the way down here in tier 5. Alright, cool. Moving along. Camille, base attack speed up. Camille's attack speed nerf at the end of last year slowed her camp clear in the jungle, but also left her weaker in lane. We're buffing it back up since we don't expect it to make her swing too strong in either role. It's okay. I like what they've done with Camille. I used to ban Camille all the time because she was really annoying. Like, essentially one-shot potential. She'd ult you and then get empowered Q off and you die. Nowadays, I think that either people know how to play against her better, like they'll re-enter the zone, uh, and then go do it, because she just knocks them out and then they can come back in, right? There was a time when people would never help you, but now they get it. Cassio, E-cost decreased at later ranks. Does Cassio really need buffs? I feel like she's pretty fucking strong. Okay, maybe I'm just dumb. She has infinite mana at late ranks anyway, because she buys tier. Damn. Okay, whatever. All of her abilities cost basically nothing anyway. Down by 20. Does it really matter when she has like 2.6? Whatever. Fiora, W damage and slow/stun duration increase. Oh no. E-cost flattened at all ranks to 40 at all ranks. Slow to 2 seconds. Oh no. I always hated Fiora. I always hated her. Why do you do this? Do. Where is she? Okay, she's tier 3. Whatever. Makes her matchup against Riven even better. Makes her Jax matchup even better. Makes her Irelia matchup even better. Fiora's really good into a lot of people. Gnar. Cooldown down to 30. Damn. Okay. Are they giving him a big buff? We're buffing Jin's Trap and Ultimate, 2 skills that generally felt lackluster compared to the rest of his kit. I definitely agree. Curtain Call's base damage used to fucking suck. The first like 2 or 3 shots did fucking nothing. 3 minutes on the trap, every trap. Trap recharge rate. 1 trap every 16 seconds at late. From 24. Okay. Dude, I'm a fucking Jhin mastermind. Have you seen this? The 63% win rate god. This used to be higher. This used to be like 67. And no recorded. Dude, it was 11 days ago. Give me a break. That's not that long ago. I didn't just give up on League of Legends. Okay. 1 of 4 based on missing health. I guess they didn't really buff him very much. That's not a really big... Like, the execute's better, but still, regular shots on people that are, like, full health does nothing except for slow, which I don't think is really that fair, because Ezreal ult... Like, Ezreal ult to people that are full health does fucking, like, 700 damage. A Jhin ult that you need to aim, it's a smaller skill shot, and you're locked in position for way longer. And it's shorter range, like you can't shoot from as far away. Does like 1/5 of that. I don't know. I feel like they could buff this and it would not greatly increase Jin's win rate, because most of the kills that Jhin gets are by him like being in the fight and executing people. Whatever. Kayle. This is a hard champion to balance. She just has too many numbers. They're taking down attack damage by 2, armor by 2, attack speed growth by a little bit, and mega evolution. Ascensions are now based on Kayle's level and skill points. I don't know how that works. Are now based on Kayle's level and skill points. Compared to what? I thought that she just went super ascended at 16. Whatever. This is the controversial change on Kayn. So this isn't on both forms. This is only in blue Kayn form. But now he can walk into the wall every 8 seconds, but he builds 40% CDR anyway, so essentially 4.5 seconds he can go and walk through a wall. That's pretty nutso. Whatever. I like their reasoning. They say that the red Kayn is basically always better, but was this the way to do it? I don't know. He was already, like, Kayn is already a mobility fucking mastermind. He's crazy. Gets away all the time. One thing that they could do too, like to balance the character a little more, is have it so that only blue Kayn can jump over walls with his Q. That would make sense. It would wreck his early game a little bit, but it gives you more incentive to take it. Master Yi. Yi can now move through units during Highlander. That's okay. So he has old Phantom Dancer. I don't think that Phantom Dancer even does that anymore, does it? Goog. Phantom Dancer. Gave you Fizz passive. Move speed. Grants ghosting. Okay, yeah. Unit collision. There you go. One thing that they could do is just make minion clipping better so that you don't get blocked all the time. Whatever. Nautilus. Nautilus buff to end all Nautilus buffs, we promise. Root duration up by 1/4 of a second at all ranks. Except for late. Late stays the same. Okay, just ranks 1 and 2. Still pretty impressive. Makes kills in lane easier. Damage up by 20, 25, 20, 25, 30. And it has way higher ability scaling. Okay. I feel like Dredgeline has some really weird collision too. Like, Nautilus Q is one of the things that always looks like it misses you, but it still hits. Especially if you play on like 70 ping. I think the character just needs like a little passover by the team. He's fairly old. When did Nautilus come out? Like 2013? Nautilus League of Legends. I want the wiki. When did he come out? History. First. Development. Look how cool he looked. That was cool. Oh, here's the champion spotlight. Hit me with the champion spotlight, dude. How do I pop it out? I'm probably just... I can't see it because I'm stupid. Where's the release date? ...2012. He came out on Valentine's Day. He's a love bug. He's a little love bug. Okay, whatever. Moving forward. Passive Living Forge. Sunfire Cape increased by 125 HP. And armor up by 10. Okay. It's fine. Just making the buffed items better. Healing versus champions. Oh no, Renekton's a fucking monster. They're gonna make him even better. Damn! Damn! Whatever. Makes his matchup. A lot of people pick a Renekton into Nasus and get shit stomped, so hopefully they'll get shit stomped a little bit less. Winter's Wrath. Sejuani's max health 2%. 6%. Small buffs to her scaling should help Sejuani's clear speed, gank potential, and teamfight presence without making her too overwhelming in all 3 fields. Whatever. Singed. Slow by 60. Health regen up by 1.5. That's actually pretty fucking big on Singed. Changes to items like Dark Seal have indirectly weakened Singed. That seems like a pretty direct one. They talked about people building multiples and they really disliked it. That was like the Singed thing. Along with his general weakness to range top lane champs. Dog, that's the point. He's supposed to be weak to that. He's seen better days. These buffs will help compensate for Singe's past reliance on Dark Seal and let him cast Fling more often without having to go back to the base. Okay. I don't know. I think that if you get counterpicked by a Teemo or a Gnar or a Kennen when you're playing Singed, like that's the point. You're supposed to have a really bad matchup. You're supposed to get shit on, yo. Bonus damage up by 20 at max. I don't like Trundle. They are increasing Shadow's cooldown. Not by a lot though. And the damage is down by a bit. That's fine. Zed was super good last patch, but I talked about this before too. All of the AD mid laners are really fucking good. Which is something that they should look at. Like, don't you think that this shouldn't be the case where like all 3 of these guys are like the top dudes? That's what I think. Remember when they had bad matchups? Remember when Zed got shit on pre-6? Remember when Talon got fucking destroyed pre-6? Those are the days. At least Yasuo can still get bullied, but Windwall is definitely intentionally designed to be very good against a lot of these characters. I think that AD mid lane should be like a situational pick and not just the best choice. Most games end before armor stacking really becomes a big problem. Combined cost up by 100. Total cost up by 100. Oh no. This slows down Vayne players a little bit. Whatever. I wouldn't have done this. I think Bilge is good. To compensate for Bilge, for Cutlass's price increase, we're decreasing the additional cost to keep Gunblade's total cost unchanged. Okay. Ramble Vest. Previous wounds for 3 seconds. That's pretty big. Cinder Hulk. 300% bonus damage. That's fine. This is just a tooltip thing, apparently. We changed the tooltip in 9.7, but didn't actually apply the change. Fixed it now. Whoops. Whatever. Stormrazor, right now the only champion who's really buying Stormrazor is Kai'Sa, which is mainly due to its stat profile when it's energized passive. Then it's energized passive. We want players considering it for its unique effects too. Slow burn. Energized effects slow the target by 40%, decaying over 1.5 seconds. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Coup de grace. Simplifying coup de grace to be entirely focused around dealing more damage to low health. No longer grants 9 bonus attack damage or 15 ability power for 10 seconds on champion takedown. I didn't even know it did that. 8% to champions below 40%. I always wondered what that was too. Okay, so 40% is the threshold for maximum damage. And that's basically it. Bug fixes, go down here. Diana's W no longer deals more than double the damage when using our Lunar Rush to close range. Okay. Fixed an issue where 4-digit XP wins would make the progress circle wrap weirdly. Karthus can now dance. He couldn't dance before? What? Alright. Ooh. I did like this art for the Invictus Gaming guys, right? That's their name. The Chinese men. Those skins looking hot. Especially this Irelia and this LeBlanc. They're looking fucking good.